It's the second day of me not eating. I should probably leave a place here for me to put in the opening music. I probably would have done this better or planned this. I did not plan this. This was an accident. Like, I was just so busy 2 days ago that I didn't make time to eat. Usually I wait until later in the day before I will eat something. And I just didn't. And because I've always been really intrigued by fasts and, well, complete full fasts. The thing that got me the most when I was like watching YouTubers doing fasts was that I saw they started talking about having scars and scars going away and stuff, and I think that is pretty amazing. But I think that only happens when you do it for a month. I have I've not fasted longer than a day before, so I don't even. Today I was questioning it. I was like, what if all of these fasts that I see people doing were a lie? And then I was like, am I gonna get in trouble? I mean, I'm really healthy, and that's another thing. It's really not about body or my fat percentage. I know I said that, but I would be in. I am interested in knowing what my body would be like with way less body fat percentage, just at a general. But the thing is, I know I am in good shape, and I must be, despite I don't my I think most people feel this way no matter who they are. I mean, I've seen like huge bodybuilders on here who want to be bigger, and it to looking at them saying that would be ridiculous. Why would you want to be any bigger? But my job, I'm a fit model. Like, I what I do is I go in and I try on clothes for clothing company, and they will fit the clothes to my body as the standard body size. So I can't think that I'm not. It's no matter how much I disapprove of how I look, I realize that there can't be that much wrong with my body. Okay, that. So yeah, the fat the getting having 0% body fat is really interesting to me. Just testing this fasting thing out, super interesting to me. I'm doing really okay. I mean, I went to munch. Okay, another reason I'm doing this is because I eat way too much. And I don't think I should eat as much as I do. I don't think I have to eat it. I think it's wasteful, the amount of food that I eat. Like, I went on a trip to Montreal. I went on like a mini vacation. And when you go on a vacation, I think we all do this. We have a mindset that we can do anything, eat anything that we want. And I did do that. But I mean, I'm eating 2 pies, 3 pies in a day, 2 pies in a setting, and even more, or 2 boxes of cereal. Like, because I was like, they were healthy organic cereals and stuff. But I mean, I get the sugar in my mouth and I can't stop. And that's another thing that I like to do, or I want to do, or I've done before, and it seems to work. Cut all sugar out of your diet, and then you stop craving it, especially the refined sugars. But I can like eat a date or something, and that can trigger something, and so then I'm like craving and dreaming about donuts, and I wake up with drool on my pillow, and I not do. So, okay, so I didn't go in this with any intentions of doing a fast, and I actually went to the store today. I know that I've watched people who are on the fast, and they're mostly like lie in their bed all day long. I did actually. I think that happens around day 3 or 4, though. Tomorrow's day 3. I want to exercise, though, because I have been on this really good regimen about, well, I've been really good about exercising, and I hadn't been for a while. So, which I only do like pull ups and push ups, and it's good enough. Like, I don't know, that works for me. I mean, I'd like to do other exercises. I hardly have enough time to do that. And I guess I do it really, really hard because when I've done like big workouts, I feel like really exhausted afterwards, and I think I push myself really, really hard. I know that I was a big yogi for a long, long time, and I pushed myself so hard in that because I didn't know where my boundaries were that I actually hurt myself. I've got a lot of pains in my joints and stuff because I don't have a limit. Like when somebody says go further or push yourself further, I think the majority of people stop before they know, but because I have the belief that you can always go further and push yourself even further and go further. So that's kind of a problem for me that does get me into trouble. I think I learned how to overcome this. I realized in yoga you have to kind of float, and that you don't push, you float into a position. So that's a little tip for you if you're taking yoga. Float. But I don't do it anymore because if I just do a transition between some two different moves, I'll my back will like totally mess up. I mentioned this in the last video I did. I do know that, or I think I've seen enough stuff on YouTube and heard enough people talk about in person and stuff about how it's a weakness in another muscle opposed to a problem with my back. Like in yoga they say they want you to stretch a certain area, but that can cause more damage. It's more about a imbalance in strength. So I think I have to strengthen my butt a lot more, which I should be doing butt exercises, but I don't. I didn't completely stop fasting. I was out, I did some shopping, I went across the street. I started telling the story already. I can't tell a linear story. I'm incapable of doing it. I did some shopping. I had to get some stuff for around here for little chores and things I was doing, and I was like super dizzy and like passing out. Well, I wasn't passing out. I was like super dizzy and felt like I was going to pass out. So I thought I would electrolyte myself. I would get some electrolytes in my system. I was only shopping at the dollar store, and I bought $100 worth of stuff at the dollar store. And this was one of the things that I got. It was coconut water. It's 100% pure coconut water. Be careful when you buy coconut water because sometimes there's a lot of sugar and stuff in it. I mean, there's natural sugars. I assume coconut water in cans like this is boiled, so it wouldn't be raw. So it is processed. That means it's cooked down. So I think that means that the sugar content would change in this, like the way that your body absorbs the sugar. I don't know. I have no idea about the amount of calories. I've never counted calories or cared, or I just always believed that if you eat whole unprocessed foods, then you're good to go. I've recently, in more recent years, I did a long stint of not eating sugar at all, and I was quite successful until I went away to New York, and then it was all downhill from there. But I actually did lose quite a bit of body fat just by not eating sugar. And I would eat like whole chickens, and that it still worked. Actually, I should probably be doing that instead of not eating at all. But again, I fell into this fast. Did I really do a fast if I had coconut water? I had lemon water the day before. It's kind of like a cross between a water fast and a dry fast, because when you're doing a water fast, you usually drink a lot of water, and I have not been drinking a lot of water either. Like, this is what I had today in liquid, and I might have some more. I might have some apple cider vinegar in some water. But I'm feeling okay. I have this urge to do exercises, so I think I'm going to try that. I'm going to see if the energy that I have while I'm doing some pull ups and push ups, because I don't want to get off of that, because I have been being really consistent with that, and I want to make sure that I do that. And oh yeah, so I should talk about things that I feel. I mean, this video is already way too long, but I'll talk about this. I think we all know what it feels like to be hungry and your stomach, you feel like it's empty in your stomach, which feels kind of good and kind of bad at the same time. There's just like this dryness, and I kind of had like this acid in my throat today. It could have been from drinking some apple cider vinegar in my water, or the lemon was the only thing I had. But those two acidic things are actually the opposite of acidic. So I don't know about that, but that's probably just gases from my stomach like messing up. Bowel movements have been normal because the day before of my cleanse I just ate so much, and that was probably why the next day I was able not to eat anything, because I just kept eating and eating that day. I don't even remember what I ate that day, but it was good. I have been eating way more nutritiously since I got back from my trip. Uh, and what else do I feel? Headaches. Like, I don't feel it at this very moment, but mostly when I'm walking around, there's kind of a headache there, but in retrospect and like feeling how my body feels right now, I don't, it doesn't feel bad. So yeah, I mean, I will eat food, and I don't know, I'll probably, I say breakdown, it wouldn't be a breakdown, I can eat at a restaurant in Canada. I don't know if they do this at the A&Ws in the rest of the world, but I can get a lettuce wrap with a ethical meat burger. So I considered maybe doing that, so I'm getting like all kinds of different, you get your fats and your proteins and your carbohydrates from the lettuce wrap, and I wouldn't get anything on it. I'd just have the lettuce in burger meat, or I could get a whole chicken, or I could just eat eggs. Or see, the eggs aren't going to give me that much energy. I knew that this was going to give me a little energy, and this kind of took me through. Green juice, so I might do that as well. I might, if I'm starting to feel, oh god, I don't feel good, I might just like do a juice. It might turn into a juice fast. But if I've come this far, 2 days, might want to like I might want to like weigh it out. But again, I did not start, had no plans of doing a juice fast. I had no plans of doing a fast. I had no plans of not eating for a few days, is what I mean to say. It just happened. So I'm just gonna continue on, and I'm not like I'm. It's not. I won't feel guilty or anything if I want to eat something, but I will try. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to do some exercises, and that'll be interesting to see how I feel. Maybe I won't even make it to the pull-up bar after I record this video. All right. I love you. Thanks for checking in, and thanks for worrying about me. I know that most people are going to worry about this. Don't worry about me. It's all good. Like I said, I'm going to stop this anytime that if I feel like I can't function, I will eat something. Like if it feels bad, I will eat something. But right now it feels good. I think you're supposed to hit a euphoric thing. I really enjoy cave people. I like to think of myself as an animal. So I like to think of what me as an animal would have did thousands of years ago. I would have lived off what I could find in the woods outside. So that is the diet that I normally eat. So it's okay. It's okay not to eat for a while, because sometimes humans would not have been able to find food. Actually, they'd probably be able to find some leaves or something to eat. But maybe they would have found a coconut and drank the water. Anyway, I'm gonna be okay. I am. You can watch me. You can watch how I am. I'm gonna keep coming back. I know that most people who have done these fasts sometimes can't do anything. They just stay in bed and they haven't even recorded anything for their vlog. But I guess I'm gonna make myself accountable. You're making me accountable. Doing okay so far. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Okay, I figured with all of this talk about my body, you'd probably want to see it. I mean, the lighting is really good here. I have my pump on because I did successfully exercise. Pull-ups, push-ups done. On no food for 2 days. It was okay. Might regret it tomorrow. We'll see. Okay. This will make a good thumbnail, though, too. Should I hang from here? Ow! I'm not going to show you my bum, so don't even ask to see that. Stop looking at me.